You are. Okay, sorry. Hi, guys. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about our fall series. Our fall series is going to be on Joshua. It's not really the book of Joshua. What we're going to do is we're going to take the character of Joshua. We'll end up working through the first 12 chapters of the book, and then we'll go from there and we'll do kind of the end of the book. So it's more of a character study, so I don't want to build it in such a way where people think we're going to study the whole book. Because several chapters are about conquests and things that I just don't think we want to spend that much time on it. So here's an idea. Let me walk you through. We're going to take this series. We'll start off. It's going to be 10 parts. We'll have an introduction, just kind of set the whole context for what's going on. We'll have to introduce the transition that Moses is leaving and he's dying and Joshua is taking over. They're getting to move. They've been in the deserts for 40 years, 38 years technically, but 40 years, and now they're about to go into the promised land. So there's a whole thing about who is Joshua. An intro. There's going to be a transition. It's part 2 of how God establishes Joshua as the leader. Then there's the whole story about Rahab, and we'll spend some time on that. Then there's the crossing over the Jordan, a very cool part of the book where that's all about the spiritual preparation for the people before they take the land. They build a memorial there, and we'll talk about that. There's this part 6 will be about Gilgal. It's a very important town. They circumcise all the male leaders there, and so that'll be kind of a crazy weekend. But we'll talk about Gilgal. Then there's the story of Jericho. There's the story of Achan. The sin in the camp, the one battle they lose is because one man's family decided to hoard some stuff. And then the whole story about taking the land, and that's going to be a tough week. We may put a Q&A at that week. The 9th week will be taking the land, because Joshua is clearly the bloodiest book in the Bible. It's a lot about conquest, a lot about what's going on there, and there's a lot of questions that come up about where's the God of love when he's telling these Israelites to wipe out all of these people groups. And so they've got that whole deal. And then finishing well, we'll fast forward to the end of the book, and we've got this 100-plus-year-old dude, Joshua, who's basically still a stud in terms of saying, I don't know what the rest of y'all are going to do, but as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. So how it finishes well. Joshua's this unique leader in that he doesn't have a bad phase. He doesn't have a major sin turn down. He's one of those guys that tracks with the Lord at an early age when he's serving under Moses, and he tracks all the way through to the end. And never really, that we know of, I'm sure he had some bad days, but we never know of any moral failures or anything like that, unlike almost every other leader that we have in the Bible. So I thought about some key words. I don't know how we'll package this, but here's some key words for the series that are just things that I'm thinking through. It's leadership, transition, general. I don't know. This guy comes in as the big general, and just says, and now he takes over there, taking the land, leaving the desert, men in leadership. There's a strong man emphasis that goes along here with Joshua in terms of how this man steps up. And then another word I thought was crisis. I mean, in each situation, the fact that Moses is leaving is a crisis. The fact that they got a new leader is a crisis. The fact that they got no battle plan is a crisis. The fact that they're going into a land that they're afraid about is a crisis. And how they face the crisis each time. So those are some words to kind of think through as you do this. I'm praying for you guys. Been praying for how we're going to package this thing. I'm really excited about Joshua and letting it shape our fall. But I'm counting on you guys to be creative in terms of the elements that will support the series. So thanks a lot. Praying for you.